Greetings and salutations. My name is Don Dillard. I am your philosophy professor, and this is your weekly video note. Let's get started. So, for this particular weekly note, I'd like to talk about the thought experiments. And in reviewing progress and grades, it's about half and half, and it's a weird half and half. Half the students in the class are doing exceptionally well. They struggled at the start, but now they're doing exceptionally well and they're producing exemplary work. And the other half of the class is bottoming out on what is expected of them on these assignments, and they're making below average grades on the thought experiments. Now, that's an undesirable result. And there might be a variety of different reasons why you're not doing that well on the thought experiments. So this video note is mostly directed towards those students. So the first thing I've noticed is that students who are earning average or below average grades on the thought experiments are not utilizing the full time available to them. So they're only using a fraction of the time, in some cases, a quarter of the time. You have an hour and a half or 90 minutes to complete these short essay question and answers. So that's the first thing. Use the full time available to you to sit down, think about, and write out your answers. And that leads to the second point. These are short essay questions requiring short essay answers. The students who are doing average or below average are not giving me short essay answers. They're giving very kind of fill in the blank kind of answers, one or two sentences in some cases. That does not satisfy the requirement. These are supposed to be critical assessments and evaluations of these things. So you need to write much more in furtherance of developing a sufficient answer. So, second point, to reiterate, these are short essay questions. Make sure you're giving me short essay answers. And that's got to be more than, a couple sentences or even just a single paragraph. Okay. The third thing is that if you're not sure how much you're supposed to be writing here, I've given some samples in the announcements. So on March, scrolling down here to the announcements, on March 8th, I gave a couple different samples from two different students. And I also gave a sample on March 7th. So if you're wondering how much you should be writing on each part, not total, but each part, there are two parts on the thought experiments. Look on March 7th and March 8th in the announcements for sample work. Finally, I provided a couple videos, sort of instructional help videos on March 1st and March 2nd. These videos, I made these to help you develop your capacity to reflectively think about these issues and to provide reflective answers. A lot of your answers are unreflective. An unreflective answer is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for reflective answers, and you can find that, what I mean by that, by turning to the videos in the announcements on March 1st and 2nd. So I have resources here to help you improve your scores on the thought experiments, but ultimately it's up to you to actually do the work. And if you're not clear about something, if after reading these announcements and after reading my feedback in the gradebook, seeing the sample work, and watching the sample videos, the instructional videos, if after all that you're still not sure what you need to do, reach out to me for help. I want to make sure you're doing well and that you're succeeding and meeting your academic goals this class. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. I hope this was helpful. And until next time, take care.